For today's video, I am doing my hair care routine with you guys. This video has probably been one of my most requested videos for like the longest amount of time. I feel like ever since I grew my hair out, it's been such a commonly asked question what my routine is. My routine never really felt like a routine until recently. So now that I've been kind of using a lot of the same products and doing a lot of the same hairstyles, and I've even just fallen into a rhythm of when I wash my hair, when I put hair masks in my hair, and I feel like now is a good time for me to sit down and film this. If you guys watched my apartment tour, we deemed this the YouTuber scrunchie. I've been wearing it like every day since. My hair growth, it took me about, I would say, let's go creep Instagram. My hair has always been, since I was a kid, it's always been kind of thick and kind of wavy, especially towards the back. I get like those like corkscrew waves, but towards the front where I obviously use a lot more heat on my hair, straight. So, and I remember my hair was about to here, but it was a little stringy at the bottom. I used to just like not believe in getting haircuts. It was one of those things that I thought if I cut my hair, then it won't grow. And I wanted my hair to grow longer, but for some reason it wouldn't really pass this just like mark. That year, it became like a really hot trend that everyone chopped their hair off, and my best friend Maggie, she was a hairstylist at the time, and so I was like, I think I'm ready to chop my hair. We did like an ombre thing where she put the natural color of my roots, which you guys can kind of see because my roots are growing in a little bit right now, almost like a mousy dark blonde brown. She pulled that through and then chopped off the bottom. So I went pretty short. I'm gonna go find it. It may have even been the first ever YouTuber. We're getting closer. Okay, you guys remember when we used to post photos with like white blocks like that? LOL. So my hair without extensions was like this, August 14th, 2014, okay? So that was what my hair looked like. You can kind of see towards the front, it was like very stringy and it wasn't super long. It went to like here, ended up looking like this. So we did that on September 23rd, 2014. So it's been about 4 years for my hair to go from this length to this. That was how short it was straight, to give you guys a better idea. After I chopped it, I would still throw in like extensions and stuff, and that's kind of the nice thing about having short hair is you get to do the best of both worlds. Like these two pictures were side by side. Over time, I don't even think I really noticed it at the beginning. I stopped using so much heat on it. I stopped blow drying it. I stopped straightening it all the time. I stopped curling it all the time, and I would just try and leave it as naturally as I could. That was kind of the first year to 2014 where I started getting into like being like super vegan and reading things like the 4 Agreements and getting into just like my first dabble with yoga. And so I kind of went through a phase 2 where I stopped using like heat and I just would rock just my natural wavy hair and leave it short, throw some mousse in and call it a day. My hair would have not grown if it weren't for the fact that I was not using heat on a daily basis. I would use heat on my hair 2 to 3 times a week and then that would be it. And so that gave it the chance to actually grow. When you put heat on your hair, it's damaging the cuticles, but especially your ends. And the more damaged your ends are, the more they breaks up your hair shaft and cuts off. And that's why when we cut my hair and it was that weird awkward length and stringy, it was because I was using heat on it all the time. I was never using heat protectant. I was brushing the crap out of it, like just going to town when my hair was wet. And so it kept snapping and breaking. And even though it would get kind of long, the whole head would not be long, it just stopped growing. Second tip is to use heat protectant if you are using heat. This is so important. This is one of those things that I feel like it's always like, oh, screw it, I don't have heat protectant, I don't need it, whatever. And you go and you're like, it's just gonna be this one time, and then that one time turns into a week, which turns into months. If you are going to be using heat on your hair, try and protect it as much as possible. It's never going to stop the damage, but at least it could slow it down. My third big tip would just be patience. Like, as crazy annoying as that is, if you're not using heat, but you're also taking care and protecting your hair, only final thing you can really do is just wait. You almost have to stop thinking about it. Find your routine, start it, and then do not think about it. Don't think about how long you have to go. Don't think about whatever. And then suddenly you're gonna realize that your hair is kind of getting longer, or it's feeling nicer, or it's seeming softer or growing faster. And then a couple years will pass and you kind of get to play around with it in each stage. Like, try and enjoy the stage you're in while finding a hair care routine that's going to basically support you with growing your hair out over time. So in terms of what your hair care routine could look like during that time, I'll share with you guys mine, share with you guys guys the products that I like to use, share with you guys my tips and tricks on how to not use heat on your hair. My skin and my hair are two things that I feel like I've really kind of cracked down a routine on and cracked down on just finding a way that I really like enjoy following through with. And so here it is. So first things first, when I go to the hairdresser, I just get my roots touched up. Sometimes I get a half head, sometimes I get a full head. The last time I went, I got a half head. The roots underneath my hair are really, really long, but it's just a really easy way to save on money and to save on damage in your hair. I alternate between the two probably every about 6 weeks, actually like 6 to 8 weeks. My hair grows really fast. I'm at about the 6-week mark right now, and that's about as much as my hair has grown. She tones it and that's it. And I ask her to just tone it ashier slash like a little bit more silvery rather than warm, because my hair tends to wash out a lot of the toner, which I will use a purple shampoo for. So that's like the first thing. Oh, really quick though, when I go and get my hair done too, I would say like every 3rd or 4th time I ask for a trim. Just dust the ends, just dust. Usually anything from like that much off. It seems like a lot, but if you're doing that, like it's actually going to help prolong the length of your hair. There's always like that, do you cut your hair or do you not cut your hair? Like everybody kind of battles over the myths and tricks of whether you should or shouldn't. Only when you need to. Like even every 3 to 4 times, there's sometimes I'll go in and my ends will be okay. Like right now my ends are totally fine, but I haven't gotten my hair cut in a while. Check out the ends of your hair, see if you need to dust them. And if you do, then do. But if you're noticing that, especially if you're not using as much heat on your hair, your ends are kind of fine, then skip it. And if you don't know, ask the hairstylist. They'll be able to tell you. So purple shampoo. The purple shampoo I'm using is one that I've had for a really long time. I don't know if bedhead is cruelty free. It might not be. I got this bottle for Christmas last year. And you can see I don't use it a lot because it's been almost a year now that I've had it and I've only used that much. This is another thing that I feel like blondes especially, this stuff is great, but it dries your hair out a lot. So I actually try not to use this as much as possible. I use it maybe once every 2 weeks. And when I put it in my hair, I mix it with my actual shampoo to just dilute it a little bit so it doesn't dry my hair out as much. I'll throw a clip in my hair, leave it in my hair and like do my shower routine, and then I'll rinse the little cocktail of these two out, and I feel like that just helps keep up with the toner until I get back into the hairstylist chair and she actually does the real set toner. Every 2 weeks, just a little cocktail with some shampoo. So bedhead actually isn't cruelty free, so I'll probably use up this bottle and I'll link some that are cruelty free down below. That said, my shampoo and conditioner, I found this brand back in January. I remember I think I bought it for Hawaii. It's this brand called Maui. And I remember being like, hey, I'm going to Maui. So I decided to pick it up. There's no mineral oils, no silicones, no parabens, no gluten, no sulfated, I don't know what that word is. No synthetic dye. Yes, vegan, yes, eco-friendly, yes, pure coconut water, and yes, pure aloe juice. I tried the one for curly hair. I've tried the one that's like, you know, for more damaged hair. And then the shampoo I'm using right now is the Nourish and Moisture Coconut Milk. The only thing with shampoo is that I try not to put it too low on my hair because I don't wash my hair more than pretty much every time I run. Every time I run is when I wash my hair. So it's like half of the days of the week. With conditioner, opposite. I'll go from the ears down, and I use a lot of conditioner. The one that I'm using is the Maui Moisture Strength and Anti-Breakage Agave. Pull it all the way through from my ears down, and then anything that's left over on my hands, I'll pull through the top of my hair. And then again, when I have conditioner in my hair in the shower, I use my clip to clip my hair off my back, solely because nobody wants back knee, but also because it just gets it off my shoulders because it feels kind of gross. And then I'll go through my shower routine and then I'll rinse it out. So that's my shower routine. And then once I'm out of the shower, I'll usually start with my It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. This is something that I've been in love with for so long. I think I've talked to you guys about it before. It repairs dry, damaged hair, adds shine, detangles, controls frizz, seals and protects your hair color, prevents split ends, stops hair breakage, creates silkiness, enhances natural body, and it's a flat iron spray and thermal protection. Anytime you're using heat or anytime you're using anything, this is gonna be your friend. Even if I'm just throwing my hair into some braids, I will put this in my hair either way. This is like always just my leave-in conditioner pretty much, or detangler that I use every time my hair is wet. And then my favorite hairbrush. The brush is from Beach Waver Co. So this is one of the hairbrushes I got back in Hawaii actually. This is one of the new things to my routine. I lost this, and when I was moving, I found found it in the back of like one of my underneath cupboards in my bathroom. Perfect. So I started using this, and like if I had to choose one thing, actually no, it'd probably be my like leave-in protector. These are a godsend for wet hair because when your hair's wet, it's when it's at its most vulnerable. Putting this in your hair, first of all, and then using this to detangle it, it makes it so easy, so smooth, and then I can actually brush through my whole head, which is a lot. I have thick, wavy hair. My hair loves to tangle. And then I'll finally end pretty much all the products in my hair. The Maui Moisture, so it's the same brand as my shampoo and conditioner, but it's almost like a spray oil and it smells like coconut. Weightless oil mist. Every time I spray this in my hair gets just super silky and nice. Just be careful if you're gonna be using heat on your hair to maybe do this towards the end so you don't like, you know, sizzle your hair. If you find that you put too much, it's super easy to fix. You can just use dry shampoo and it soaks up all the excess. Dry shampoo fixes everything. Dry shampoo heals souls. So if I'm not gonna be using heat on my hair, I'll take any chance I can to put a hair mask in. Normally I will put either just plain old organic like coconut oil in my hair, or I'll just use my conditioner. Either one. It doesn't need to be like a crazy expensive hair mask. I'll put, again, just like a pretty happy load of Maui Moisture or coconut oil into my hands. It's like only ever put it from the ears down because when you put it up into your roots, it doesn't need it as much because it's fresher hair and it has the oil from your scalp. I find it just makes it super greasy if I go any higher than my ears. So I coat all of my hair from the ears down and then I'll either braid it or bun it. We'll start with hairstyle number 1, being my go-to French braids. When I'm doing my French braids, I just like to brush through my hair, kind of comb it back and split it down the middle. A lot of the times I don't do this perfectly because I'll end up just throwing a hat on, or it's usually during the days that I know is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where I'm not gonna be doing a lot of like crazy stuff. And then on the weekend is usually when I use heat on my hair. Pulling back the hair on each side, splitting it into 3 parts, and then I braid outwards rather than inwards. This is actually a mistake I just made growing up because I'm left-handed. I always kind of mixed things up and do things backwards. I always screw up my lefts from my rights. Most of the time braids are done inwards, whereas I was spinning the inside piece outwards. And then every time you twist, add chunks of hair as you go until you get down to the bottom of your neck, and then braid the rest of your hair down. You know, elastics in, secure it, and I'll sleep in my braids overnight. When I went on my Florida road trip, like when I'm traveling, if I know I'm gonna be on a plane, a lot of the times I just French braid my hair with a hair mask in because it's easy, it's comfortable. And the nice thing about the French braids too is that once my hair kind of absorbs a lot of that conditioner throughout the night, and the next day once the braids are dry, I will take the elastics out of my hair, kind of shake up the leftover waves. I love that like the 70s vibes and styles are coming back because that like corkscrew old school Taylor Swift look is like cool again, and it's such an easy one to do without using any heat. That'll be my go-to, or I will use this guy if I want to kind of get the same effect but I need to use some heat, which you guys have seen me use this in a bunch of get readies with me's and stuff. These kind of waves and that kind of style, my hair is naturally wavy. I feel like it actually suits kind of like my face and just my overall appearance the most, I guess. And then my second go-to no heat hairstyle is just a slick back like ballerina bun. I like doing this because 1, it gets my hair out of the way for yoga, but also 2, if I just don't want to have my hair in braids, I just want all my hair off my neck and stuff, I will spritz some of the Maui oil into my hair, and then again, using this brush, all of the hair back, and then comb through to make sure that it's like completely smooth and that there's no bumps. And then this is where my serious scrunchie addiction can come into play, because then I'll pick like a scrunchie that matches my outfit of the day, and I will wrap it around the bun and tuck it in my hair, and then that's it. And it's so easy. All your hair is off your neck, off your back. It just feels nice. And you can use a hair mask in your hair. Just again, make sure you're doing it from the ears down, because anywhere that you're slicking your hair, you don't want to put the hair mask in because it'll look really greasy once it kind of dries, you know? It will end up kind of curling and twisting your hair around itself. So if you do want to take your hair out of the bun, even later that day, once your hair starts to dry, it'll kind of have like a nice soft, like beachy wave to it. Those are my 2 go-tos when throughout the week, usually Monday to Thursday, any day that I run, I will do that to my hair, which 1, keeps the heat off, and 2, it gives it so many chances to just soak up conditioner and soak up coconut oil by the time the weekend rolls around. When I do my actual full on just like style routine, it doesn't feel like, you know, dried out or frizzy. It's just like, it's moisturized and it's ready to go. So on those days, again, I like to make sure that I'm using a heat protectant, and then ultimately I will just go ahead and blow dry my hair. This is something that I never did because blow drying used to take me so long. This brush really helps because it takes all the tangles out and smooths everything. So I'll make sure to put that insert on the edge of the blow dryers. It condenses the air into one solid spot too, so it helps it dry faster. And then I just brush through my hair with this brush, starting with like a medium heat setting. Blow dry all of my roots. Once that's done, I will brush through one more time. I brush through it and I try and straighten out all the kinks using the brush and the blow dryer. So this is my Beach Waver straightener. I like it because it kind of gives that blowout without actually needing to do a blowout. I'll use this to touch up anywhere that still has waves, and you can kind of like pull your hair through it and twist. It combs through these little inserts that you can take off of the straightener. The Beach Waver straightening tool is what I use to kind of get like a blowout look or a straighter look. And if I'm curling my hair, then I'm still using, and I've been using this for so long now, the Bellamy wand. And I'm using the bigger barrel, so I think it's 2 inches. Again, kind of keeping it from the ears down so I don't take away from the length. Curl all the pieces away from my hair and call it a day. So there you guys have it. Those are all of my tips, how I grew out my hair, all of the non-heat hairstyles I do, the hair masks I do, and just ultimately my full, like, pretty much weekly hair care routine. If you guys want me to do a video on all of my favorite hairstyles, let me know and I can film that by just commenting it down below, or thumbs up if someone already has. And aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know my hair care routine and today's YouTuber video, and I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's. Bye guys. Actually, I feel like I should use the scrunchies to like